The hidden deal that made the dollar the king of the world. The crisis that broke the old system. After World War II, the world used a system called Bretton Woods. Every major currency was tied to the US dollar, and the dollar was tied to gold. This made the dollar the world's anchor. But by the late 1960s, the United States spent too much on war and new programs. So what does that actually mean? It means other countries held more dollars than the US had gold to back. Trust began to collapse. In 1971, President Nixon ended the gold link, and the dollar became a pure fiat currency. Footnote: this section explains how the dollar lost its gold backing and needed a new source of power. The search for a new anchor. Once gold was gone, the world needed something else to stabilize global trade. Oil became the obvious choice because every nation needed it. The 1973 oil crisis proved how much power oil producers had and how vulnerable the global economy was. Footnote: this section shows why oil became the new foundation for global money. The secret deal with Saudi Arabia. In 1974, U.S. officials made a quiet agreement with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia would sell oil only in U.S. dollars and would invest its profits in U.S. Treasury bonds. In return, the United States would provide military protection and advanced weapons. So what does that actually mean? It means countries now needed dollars to buy oil, which forced global demand for the dollar to stay high. Footnote: this section explains how the petrodollar agreement tied world energy to the dollar. How the system locked in U.S. power. As more countries bought oil in dollars, they also stored their savings in U.S. financial markets. Oil exporters recycled their dollar profits back into American bonds. This allowed the United States to run large deficits while still being trusted. The dollar stayed strong not because of gold, but because the world needed it to keep running. Footnote: this section shows how the dollar became the center of global finance through oil and debt. Why the dollar still dominates today. Even as new powers like China and Russia rise, no other currency matches the dollar's liquidity and reliability. Most global trade is still priced in dollars, and central banks still hold most of their reserves in dollars. So what does that actually mean? It means the 1970s deal still shapes the world. The dollar remains king because the entire global system is built around it. Footnote: this section shows why the dollar remains the world's main currency even after political changes.